Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video, and as you just saw, I just brought out a new kayak. This kayak is the brand new Pelican Catch 100, and today we're going to talk about it and go into it a little depth just to give you guys an idea if you're thinking about buying one. Hope you enjoy. Starting from the absolute front, you see you have this very strong ergonomic handle. This is new for Pelican, and I'm really enjoying them. There's 4 around the boat, and since this thing only weighs 58 pounds, I'm able to carry it single-handedly. And being a 10-footer, it fits in the back of my short bed truck very well. Now coming up here, I went ahead and put a GoPro mount, and as long as you have a gooseneck attachment, you can put this GoPro here, and that's going to give you a great view looking back towards the sea. And finally, we have this hatch, which I'm not actually a huge fan of. The quick open access is very nice, however, this hatch will actually go all the way back to the end of the boat. The problem with that being, I thought I could use this as a rod locker or something like that, but you really can't because rods won't fit in here like I was hoping they would. Because at this point, you can see how it just bends down this far, and there's no way to get reels in, and you're gonna really need a small rod really to fit in here. So fish storage, I mean, you could, but you really want fish on in the bottom of your kayak trying to get that stench out and everything. Plus it'll be sloshing all the way to the back, all the way to the front, which would make it a pain. So what I would like to see done here is maybe actually cut this section off, make it its own section, and you can use this as storage for, say, a dry bag with extra clothes, or even a little anchor storage, something like that. Just keep all your provisions when you're going from place to place. But that's just something that I would like to see with this front locker. Now in the midsection of this kayak, that's really where the money is on this thing. And to start off, we have 2 Scotty mounts on each side, so if you want to put extra rod holders in, anything like that, sonar systems, whatever, you can do that. So I find that a very attractive buyer's point for myself. It's a little too close for GoPro use, but you could try it if you wanted to. You just have to be in a super view mode. Now you have this stand-up strap, and although it's very nice that they added a stand-up strap, the biggest problem is I think it's too short. I'm about 5'10", and I have to really lean over in order to grab this strap to help myself up. So I'd like to see it be just a tad bit longer. The foot holders are just fine, no problems there. Simply push up on them, and you can move up and down the track. No issues, and I really enjoy the non-skid foam right here because it keeps the bottom of your feet from getting so hot to where it's unbearable, as well as this thing is actually incredibly stable. I'm able to stand up in it, and I weigh about 225, so that should really say something. And the scupper holes definitely do help to keep the water out. I've had no problem with water getting into the boat while fishing, but they also work great whenever I do need to drain water, eventually when I get back and I get water into the kayak while putting it in the back on the beach or whatever. And although you can't see it on this side, you do actually have a measuring tape already installed. I think it's up to about 36 inches. And that's a very nice tool, so you don't have to install one yourself. Already comes in the boat. So now we're back here. We have 2 eyelets on each side, so you can actually use this to leash your rods, make sure they don't fall anywhere. Again, Ergonomic Grips. These are the ones I use most of the time. And this awesome seat. And the best part about this seat is that it actually has 2 points at which you can fit it. Right now it's in the low point. It lowers the center of gravity, makes it easier to paddle and more efficient to paddle. If we lift it up, you can see that everything is basically adjustable, so you can make it as comfortable as you want to for yourself. Very wide, it'll fit anybody I know. And in order to raise it to the second positioning, and this is more for fishing and being able to see out a little farther, simply take this strap, undo it a little bit, lift it up into these black brackets, and tighten your strap down. And you're ready to go fishing again. The seat is not going anywhere on you. You don't have to worry about anything like that. As well as the seat comes already installed for back pocket, and I keep a little stringer in here for brim. And if I'm doing any type of saltwater fishing or anything like that, I just have these fish grips already in the back of here. And I could definitely store more if I wanted to. That's just all I have in there for now. Now the other thing you see is that we have 2 rod holders on the side of the seats. And you may think, while paddling, this is ridiculous because we're going to hit the rod holders all the time, and you'd be right. But Pelican even said that these are not designed to hold rods while you're paddling. These are staging rod holders, so say you have a fish on, you're trying to get it off. all you can simply do is slip it into here rather than try to fit it somewhere in the boat or try to put it back in one of these rod holders, so it's easier for you to land the fish. Again, very smart thinking, and it's going to be a very big help. Plus, if you really wanted to, you can cast these out in front of you, and they act as 2 extra rod holders while casting out in front and basically sitting on a spot. One more thing I do want to mention is that you do have paddle holders, simply these black tabs on each side. They come into these little eyelets right here. Put them in, and it secures your paddle and everything like that very securely to the boat. But now we're in the back. You can see we have 2 more rod holders, and that's what's going to hold your rods, as well as I went ahead and I got a crate, added 2 rod holders to each side, so I could really carry 4 rods, and that's plenty honestly for anybody, I believe. And this crate is also going to store all my tackle, all my bait, as well as a little anchor, and it's simple enough to do. I don't even strap it down that much. I just take the bungee, apply it over the top, and the front and the back and it is secured by this bungee. And this is a very large crate area. You can fit a lot of stuff back here, which is very nice. And realistically, you could honestly get a larger crate. And finally, on this last part, we have our water tab, and it is actually a push down or push up. You simply pull it out, and the water drains. You don't have to worry about unscrewing anything, and it'll stay with the vessel at all times. So that's something that you don't have to worry about, and very nice. And finally, I just want to go over the paddle. This is a Magellan carbon fiber paddle, and the very nice thing about that is that it is incredibly light, so it makes it less work per paddle, so you could go significantly farther with this paddle. So just something to keep in mind. Now, the biggest thing with these kayaks under $1,000 is people want a stable kayak. You want a stable platform to fish off of, which is completely reasonable. That's the whole reason I traded my Ascendant to get one of these, and now I'm going to show you just how stable this kayak is, even in this little bit windier day per se. And this isn't a little lake or something. I'm actually at the beach right next to the Gulf of Mexico, so that should tell you something. If I trust it out here, then you could definitely trust it out in rivers, lakes, things like that. Hope you enjoyed this very simple and quick video on the Pelican Catch 100 and gave you some things to think about. Honestly, under the $1,000 price tag for a fishing kayak, especially in the 10-footer range, I don't know too many competitors, and this one has really stuck out to me and I've really enjoyed it so far. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below, as well as please share, like, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.